Hey everyone. Ready for a deep dive into something really cool?
I am always ready for a good deep dive.
Awesome. Today, we're going to tackle Ikigai,
Ooh.
but not the one you might already know.
Oh.
Yeah, we're adding in something pretty game-changing.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's life balance.
Ooh. I like where this is going.
Right. So you know that feeling of purpose and that
Mm.
like reason for being.
Yes, totally.
Well, that's Ikigai.
Right.
And traditionally, it's about finding that sweet spot
Okay.
where your passion and your talent and what you can actually get paid for
Yeah.
and what the world needs all kind of come together.
Right, right. The Venn diagram. I get it.
Exactly. Like you're at the center of this awesome Venn diagram.
Yeah.
But what if all that focus on work
Yeah.
leaves you feeling kind of,
Off.
yeah, off, like something's missing?
Yeah, out of whack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where this executive coach, Miguel Nogueral, comes in.
Okay.
He's saying that, finding your Ikigai at work is super important.
Yeah.
But to be truly fulfilled,
Yeah.
you got to weave life balance into that equation.
Okay, I'm listening.
So think of it like this.
Okay.
Ikigai is kind of like your compass,
Right.
and life balance is the fuel that keeps you going.
I like that analogy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not enough to just have the direction. You need the energy to actually move.
Exactly. You got it.
I see. So it's about the whole picture.
Yeah, totally. Like, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle,
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
right? We're all striving for success in our careers,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes other parts of our lives,
They kind of fall by the wayside.
totally.
Yeah.
And no girl's saying, hey, hold up. Let's zoom out a sec.
Okay.
Like look at the whole picture.
Yeah, get some perspective.
Exactly. And he's not ditching the whole traditional Ikigai model.
Right.
He's just,
Expanding it.
yeah,
Yep.
expanding it to make it more well-rounded,
Okay.
more sustainable.
I like it. More holistic.
Yes.
The-
Holistic, exactly. It's like Ikigai 2.0.
I'm on board with that. But just to recap,
Yeah.
what were those core elements of the traditional model again? I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, totally. So picture that Venn diagram.
Okay, got
Four overlapping circles.
Mm-hmm.
So each circle is a key element.
Okay.
So there's what you love, your passion,
Yeah.
then what you're good at, like your talent,
It's talent. Okay.
what you can actually get paid for, your profession,
Right. You got to pay the bills.
for sure. And then what the world needs, like your mission.
Okay. So your vocation or calling, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And where all those circles overlap.
Boom. That's your Ikigai.
Right. But here's the thing.
Hmm.
Even if you find that perfect intersection
Yeah.
in your career, if you ignore other parts of your life,
Ooh, I see.
your relationships, your health, stuff you're passionate about outside of work,
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
right, it can lead to burnout
Oh, absolutely.
and you feel incomplete.
Like something's still missing.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
So Nogueril's argument is that by adding in life balance
Yes.
to your Ikigai, like intentionally adding it in,
Okay.
we unlock all these amazing benefits.
Nice.
And he's not talking about like fluffy feel-good stuff.
Oh.
He's talking about real, tangible benefits
Okay.
that impact, our well-being,
Uh-huh.
our creativity, even our relationships.
I'm liking this more and more.
Right.
Yeah, it's practical. It's not just some abstract concept.
Totally. And he talks about four main benefits.
All right, lay them on me.
So first up, enhanced mental and emotional health.
Okay, it's a big one.
Right. Think about it. When you're constantly stressed, overworked,
Yeah.
it takes a toll.
Oh, for sure.
You might be anxious, irritable, can't sleep.
Totally.
Life balance can help you manage that stress,
Yeah,
improve your focus,
right.
and make you more resilient.
So you can bounce back from those curveballs life throws at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine feeling calmer, more centered,
Mm-hmm.
like you can handle anything.
I like the sound of that.
Right. That's the power of balance.
Sign me up.
I know, right? Who doesn't want more resilience and better focus these days?
Seriously.
So what about those other benefits Nogueral mentions? What else does he say?
Well, the second one is pretty interesting, actually.
Okay, I'm all ears.
It's greater creativity and problem solving.
Wait, really?
I know, right? Seems kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah, you'd think if you're working less.
You'd be less creative.
Exactly.
But here's the key. Stepping away from work, doing different things,
Yeah.
exposing yourself to new experiences,
Okay.
it can actually spark your imagination.
Really?
Yeah, it can lead to breakthroughs you might not have had otherwise.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
It is.
It's like taking your brain to the gym.
Yes,
You
exactly.
work it out in new ways and bam, you get amazing results.
Totally. You got to get those brain muscles working.
I love it. So less stress, better focus, more resilience, And a creativity boost.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad at all. Okay, what else is life balance hiding up its sleeve?
Mm.
I'm hooked.
Well, the third benefit No Girl talks about is all about relationships.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's authentic relationships and connections.
Okay, tell me more.
So when you're feeling balanced and fulfilled,
Mm-hmm.
you're just more present.
Yeah.
You're more engaged with others.
Right, like you're actually there in the moment.
Exactly. You're not constantly checking your phone or thinking about your to-do list.
Oh my gosh, that's so me. I'm a chronic to-do list checker.
We've all been there.
But I totally get what you mean.
It's about really listening and connecting on a deeper level.
Yeah, and that resonates with me so much because when I'm feeling overwhelmed
Yeah.
and out of balance, I tend to withdraw from people.
Yeah. You become less present.
Exactly. It's like life balance is the key to unlocking those genuine connections we all crave.
100%. And those connections, whether they're with family, friends, colleagues,
Yeah,
they're essential for our well-being, our happiness.
absolutely. We're social creatures. We need that connection.
Right. We thrive on it.
Okay, so we're 3 for 3 on these benefits. I'm sold. But I know Nogaral has one more up his sleeve.
He does. He does. The final piece of the puzzle,
Okay, hit me with it. What's this last benefit?
it's sustainable motivation and fulfillment.
Ooh, that sounds deep.
It is. It's about creating a life that energizes you.
Not drains you.
Exactly. A life where you wake up excited for the day.
So it's not about those fleeting bursts of motivation. It's
Okay.
about something deeper.
It is. It's about cultivating a well of purpose that sustains you long term.
So you avoid burnout and stay engaged in a way that feels meaningful.
Yes. And energizing.
Wow, I'm already feeling more motivated just thinking about it.
Haha. Right. And here's the best part.
Yeah.
When you're living in alignment with your values and you're prioritizing your well-being,
Yeah.
that motivation and fulfillment, it just flows naturally.
So you don't have to force it.
Exactly. It becomes a part of who you are.
And how you approach life. Okay, so we've got these 4 incredible benefits. Better mental and emotional health, increased creativity, stronger relationships, and sustainable motivation.
It's a pretty compelling package.
It is. But, and this is a big but, knowing the benefits is just the first step, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How do we actually make this happen? Like, how do we bring life balance into our lives? Where do we even start?
Well, that's where No Girl really shines.
Yeah.
He doesn't just leave us hanging with these big ideas.
Yeah.
He gives us a roadmap.
A roadmap.
Yes, for integrating life balance into our own Ikigai journeys.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Let's break down this roadmap and see how we can put these ideas into action.
Let's do it.
All right, lead the way.
So are you ready to map out your own path
Oh, yeah.
to a more balanced and fulfilling life?
I am so ready for this.
Awesome. So Nogaral, he breaks it down into 4 key steps.
Okay.
The first step is all about figuring out your values.
Like, what's important to me?
Exactly. Identifying and prioritizing what truly matters.
Okay.
It's like setting your internal compass.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. So think about it.
Oh.
What really matters to you? Like deep down, what are those guiding principles
Okay.
that shape your decisions and actions?
Gotcha.
And don't forget about joy. What makes you feel alive?
Yeah, what brings that spark?
Exactly. It's all about getting clear on what makes you, well, you.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have that clarity,
Yeah.
you can start making choices that actually align with those values.
It's like being intentional.
Yes. Living with intention, making sure your actions reflect what you truly care about.
I love that.
It's not about following someone else's definition of success or fulfillment.
Right. It's got to be your own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about crafting a life that feels authentically yours.
Okay, so once I've figured out my values.
Right. Once you've got a good grasp on those,
Let's just act.
well, then it's time to create some daily rituals and boundaries.
This is where things get real, huh?
Totally.
Yep.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
So it's about putting those values into action.
Exactly. Translating them into tangible actions and routines.
Gotcha.
Nogaral, he emphasizes doing things every day that nourish your mind, body, and soul. It's like if you're always running on empty,
Yeah.
you can't show up as your best self.
You just burn out.
Exactly. So think about it.
Okay.
What small, consistent actions can you take each day
Okay.
to refill your cup?
Good question.
Like maybe start your day with a mindful morning routine.
Ooh, like meditation or journaling.
Yes, exactly. Or maybe you schedule dedicated time for exercise.
Or for a hobby you love.
Right. Whatever brings you joy and energy.
And the key is to make those things non-negotiable.
Exactly. Just like a work meeting.
Or a doctor's appointment.
Yes, you got to prioritize yourself.
It's self-care, not selfish.
I love that. And speaking of non-negotiables,
Yeah,
setting boundaries between work and personal life, that's super important too.
totally. Like actually turning off work when I'm off the clock.
Exactly. Or maybe setting specific work hours and really sticking to them.
Yeah. Ooh, and having a separate workspace.
Yeah, create that physical separation.
That helps me switch gears.
It does. It lets you fully engage with whatever you're doing.
Whether I'm focused on work or spending time with family.
Exactly. Being present in each moment.
I like it.
Now, creating those rituals and boundaries,
Yeah.
that's crucial.
Uh-huh.
But doing this journey alone,
Yeah.
it can be tough.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's why No Girl's third step is all about building a support network.
Oh, so important.
Yeah.
Having your people.
Exactly. Think about the people in your life who uplift you,
Yeah.
encourage you, and hold you accountable.
Like my cheerleaders.
Yes, your confidants, your partners in crime.
Love it.
They could be mentors, friends, family, even colleagues who share your values.
You know one who gets it.
Right, and
Yeah.
having that supportive community,
Yeah.
it can make all the difference.
Daytime.
They can encourage you when you're down, offer new perspective.
And celebrate those wins with you.
Exactly. It's about creating a network that helps you thrive.
I'm all about that. Okay, so I've got my values figured out, rituals and boundaries in place, and my awesome support network.
All right, you're rocking it.
So what's the final step? How do I bring it all together?
Well, the fourth and final step is developing a life balance plan.
Okay.
This is where you take everything you've learned
Yeah.
and you make a personalized roadmap.
A roadmap for balance.
Yes, for achieving your goals.
So it's about getting specific.
Totally. And actionable.
What steps am I going to take? What's my timeline?
Yeah.
How will I track my progress?
Exactly. You're getting it.
It's like turning those big ideas into a concrete plan.
Yes, a plan you can actually put into practice.
Love it. Okay, before we dive into that,
Okay.
let's talk about personal branding.
Ooh, good segue.
Right, so how does that fit into this whole expanded Ikigai thing?
Well, No Girl believes there's a strong connection between how we present ourselves to the world
Uh-huh.
and how fulfilling our lives are.
Okay.
He says a strong personal brand can help us attract the right opportunities.
Opportunities that align with our values.
Yes, and that ultimately it contributes to our sense of purpose and satisfaction.
So it's not about being fake.
No, not at all.
It's about showing our true selves.
Exactly. It's about intentionally showcasing your strengths, your values.
That makes me unique.
Yes, your unique contributions to the world.
Okay, I can get behind that.
And No Girl, he recommends using this cool tool.
Okay.
It's called PwC's Personal Brand Workbook.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out.
It outlines 4 steps:
Okay.
identifying and validating your strengths, defining and living by your values, pursuing and communicating your passions, and then developing a personal branding action plan.
Wow, that's comprehensive.
It is. It's a great framework for aligning how you present yourself externally
Yeah.
with who you are internally.
So my actions match my message, and my message matches my values.
Yes, perfect. Now, to make all of this a bit more real,
Yeah, I'm ready for a real-world example.
okay, so No Girl tells this really compelling story
Okay.
about one of his clients. Okay.
She was a senior executive.
Mm,
On the surface, she had it all.
the successful career, the money.
Right, everything you'd think would make you happy.
Yeah.
But deep down, she felt unfulfilled.
Ooh, I've been there.
It's that feeling of something's missing.
Totally.
So through working with Nogarol,
Yeah.
this executive, let's call her Sarah,
Okay, Sarah.
she started digging deep into her Ikigai.
Really digging deep.
Yeah, asking those tough questions.
Like what actually matters to her.
Exactly. What brings her joy outside of work?
Mm-hmm.
What passions and values had she kind of pushed aside?
It sounds like she was going through that first step.
Yes.
Yeah.
Identifying and prioritizing her values.
Right, getting clarity on what she truly values.
Exactly. And through that self-reflection,
Yes.
Sarah realized her passion for environmental sustainability and innovation.
Okay.
It had been neglected
Oh, so she cared about those things.
deeply.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the way,
Her career took a different turn.
yeah, it veered off course. I think a lot of us can relate to that.
Oh, absolutely. It's so easy for our careers to take on a life of their own.
And sometimes they lead us away from what truly matters.
You've hit the nail on the head.
So for Sarah, this realization was a big turning point.
It was. She knew she needed to make a change.
So what did she do? Did she quit her job and start a nonprofit or something?
Not quite. Well, some people need a big career shift
Yeah.
to align with their expanded Ikigai.
Right.
Sarah found a way to integrate her passions into what she was already doing. She found a way to kind of blend her passion with her job,
Yeah.
without like starting over completely.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's way less intimidating than like quitting and starting a whole new career.
right. And it's often more realistic too.
Totally.
Mhm.
And I think it's super encouraging to hear that you can find your expanded Ikigai without like upending your whole life.
Absolutely. It's all about finding what works for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about getting creative and finding ways to make your current role more meaningful.
Right, like bringing your Ikigai to your existing job instead of having to go find it somewhere else.
Exactly. So in Sarah's case, she started incorporating her passion for sustainability into her work.
Oh, cool. How did she do that?
Well, she spearheaded this new initiative at her company.
Okay.
It was all focused on reducing their environmental impact.
So she was like taking action,
Yes, she was proactive about aligning her work with her values.
even though it wasn't a total career 180.
Right. It was more about making a shift within her current role.
That's pretty inspiring.
And that's where the personal branding piece came in.
Oh, right. Okay, so how did she use that?
Well, she used those principles from the PwC Personal Brand Workbook
Yeah,
to kind of reframe her narrative.
like her professional story.
Exactly. She wanted to highlight her commitment to sustainability.
Makes sense.
So she updated her online profiles,
Uh-huh.
started networking with people in the environmental field,
Okay.
and even started speaking at industry events about her company's sustainability efforts.
Wow, so she was really putting herself out there.
She was. It's like she gave her career this makeover.
It's sustainability makeover.
Yeah, aligning her image with her values and
And
passions.
I bet that opened some doors for her
It totally did. By doing all of that, she attracted new opportunities.
that were a better fit for her expanded Ikigai.
Exactly. In fact, within a year, she got offered a leadership role at a company known for its commitment to sustainability.
No way. That's amazing.
It is. It's a perfect example of how aligning your external actions with your internal values can lead to amazing things.
So she found more fulfillment in her work,
Yeah.
and it led to new opportunities that were a perfect fit for her.
Exactly. It's like a win-win.
Totally.
Hmm.
And it really shows how our internal world and our external reality are connected.
They are. It's all intertwined.
Okay, so we've got this awesome real-life example,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also curious about those practical recommendations from Nogral.
Yeah, the actionable stuff.
Exactly. What can we actually do to start incorporating these ideas into our lives?
Well, the first one we already touched on.
I wrote,
Align your professional goals with your personal passions.
right. So maybe make adjustments to your current role or look for new opportunities within your company.
Yes. Or even consider a career change, if that feels right.
It's about being intentional and making a plan that feels both exciting and sustainable.
You got it. The next recommendation is about communication.
Okay.
It's about practicing authentic communication.
Being genuine.
Yes. Expressing your ideas confidently and letting your true personality shine through.
So showing up as my authentic self, both at work and in my personal life.
Exactly. And that authenticity, it can have a ripple effect.
How so?
Well, it can make you feel more confident,
Mhm.
but it also builds trust and stronger connections with others.
Because people can sense when you're being real.
Exactly. Authenticity is magnetic.
I love that. Okay, what's the last recommendation?
The last one is super important.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's to regularly reflect and adjust.
So, like, check in with myself.
Yes. Remember that our ikigai, our needs, our desires, they're always changing.
Right, what felt fulfilling a year ago might not feel right today.
Exactly. So take stock of what's working and what's not, and make adjustments along the way.
It's an ongoing process.
It is. It's about having this conversation with yourself.
And making sure my life is aligned with who I am and what I want.
Precisely. And remember, there's no one right way to do this.
It's about finding what works for me.
Exactly. What brings you joy and makes you feel fulfilled and engaged in life.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into expanded Ikigai,
Yeah.
I'm realizing it's not about finding the perfect balance or the magic formula for happiness.
It's a journey.
Yes, it's about self-discovery, making choices that align with our values.
And creating a life that feels meaningful.
And fulfilling.
Exactly. It's about embracing the process, experimenting, and allowing ourselves to evolve.
I love that. So if you're feeling lost or unfulfilled out there,
Yeah.
don't worry. Your Ikigai is out there waiting for you.
It is.
And by bringing in that life balance,
Mhm.
you can unlock a life that's not just successful, but truly satisfying
A life that makes you feel alive.
and excited to wake up each morning.
That's the goal.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about.